one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. The regular season, a lot of work left to do as we're away in Week 9. We'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Red, grill, green, red, yellow. Ready?
Straight to the air they go. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball. We just saw physicality personified.
Ready. Hut.
Throwing from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Now this opening drive not going anywhere yet. Already 3rd and 10.
Ready, red, sight, 45, white.
They'll throw 3rd and long. It's on target to Moore. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Let's go now. White, 33, yellow. Hut.
Still sticking with the passing game. That first down throw is going to wind up incomplete. Defender in the area making a nice play on the football. Now it's 2nd down.
I don't think there's any question about it. You could see right from the jump here, the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
60 red, huge, yellow. Set.
He's going to throw it again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. 6, blue, 32.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Hits his running back. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. That's a Vegas first down.
He was about to get smacked just as he got rid of it. Sometimes, Kate, the crowd lets you know you're about to get hit. That's a savvy quarterback play right there. Take that check down. And nothing better than that defender picking you up off the ground after he knocks you down with that play, that check down, taking some big yards.
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
At the 23-yard line.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches.
Traffic, Buffalo 18, Pioneer.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll up enough to move the chains.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 70. 79 Broncos. Dragon 60.
From the red zone now. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the Broncos.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. Second drive, I guess we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or can they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Kind of an aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Nix. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it, expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Nix from the gun. He's got it complete to Reed. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
It's a gain of 13, but it brings up 3rd down.
Shotgun handoff to Harvey. Ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. Going on 4th. Here's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready. Black, 95. Ready.
They'll throw to begin this drive. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended it for his running back there, and that brings up second down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed them all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Striker, ready.
He's going to throw again on second down. Going left side, Bowers has it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Black, yellow, 43, 6, mega, set.
Shotgun now on third down. It's complete. This is Bowers. Down the left sideline he goes. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
48 yards.
It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back and excited to start this second quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 13-0 lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned. That's 6 in the end.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
At their own 26-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Porter. Worked through his progression, nobody available, and by the time he checked it down to the back, ooh, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock, but defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play.
Hawk 70, Hawk.
Starting this drive with a design run. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Now looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
One thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
From the gun on third down. That's complete. Here's Thornton. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders take a 20-zip lead. Carlson now to add one more.
Carlson on for the point after.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21.
Raiders 21. Broncos nothing. Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Carlson, all set now for the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball for the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. It's Harvick straight ahead. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. It does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
It's on the turn. Ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to be Raiders football.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up what's ever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. On 1st down, here's Sanders. This one's taken in by Thornton. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
When Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. Some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Here we go. Ready, right?
1st down, and they go right back to it. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, set. 52 blue. Set.
Back now, pressure coming. Setting up the running back screen. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Come on, set.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders were running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. The kick is good, and expect that to stand now. This flag appears to be the player who jumps early looking to block that kick. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand.
Daniel Carlson.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They take the hands off. Now Nix. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Nix. That's complete to Reed out left. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and 2, Brock, as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Allegiant Stadium coming up. Third and just 2 to go. On the handoff, here's Harvey. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
10 yards. That's good for Broncos. First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Lobs this deep down the middle. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Raiders have the football back deep on their own side. They're at the 5-yard line. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is clean, begging for some ball security. The other?
He's got it deep downfield. And a big gain reaches midfield.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
To throw here on first down. Completed over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Okay, ready?
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Set, hut, set.
Back to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. Kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Ready.
3rd down from the gun. This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. The timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To the line and set. Here we go. First down.
Ready, ready. Black 40. Set, hut.
Working inside the red zone. Forced out to his right. Near the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go. Field, red, 38. Hut, hut.
They are throwing it again. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders get more points to end a lopsided first half. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Bombers, ready!
Nix from the gun. Coming deep on the line. Oh, the ball is out! But the Broncos will get it back. Woo, heads up play to recover that one.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
And you just get the play off. He's got some air under this one, deep down the middle. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. That's exactly what they did.
And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. One goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
And the Broncos, first down. First and 10.
Giving this to Harvey. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders side of the field. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Nix to throw. He's got it complete to Reed. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
We put a receiver in motion left. It's here to the motion man. Running down the left side. He takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field. Score a touchdown, that's big time.
Oh, and he's got a man open, complete! Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return starts from the goal line. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10.
Set, ready, claws red, 30, cut.
Airing it out to start this drive. Finds him over the middle. Continuing to move past the 45. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
It's a quick way to balance. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And Raiders are going to have a first down.
Another Las Vegas first down.
Here we go, set.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Set.
He's going to throw it. Setting up the screen. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. And that's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Vegas first down.
Raiders first
Red
down.
cycle. Come on, set.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Ready.
From the red zone now. Flushed out of the pocket. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. There he goes, right sideline. At the 20. And into the end zone he goes. A pick six for Denver.
Gosh, I love that play on so many levels, Kate. Making the interception already a terrific effort by everybody involved. But to put the cherry on top, to take it all the way back to the house, it required extra effort from everybody, and they get the job done.
Now the offense and Knicks coming to the line, looking to tack on 2 more.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point
And he can't take the completion across. Defense on him fast and bringing him down to deny the 2-point conversion.
Broncos 12.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Returnable from the 2. He stopped on the run back of the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. And it's first and 10.
Here we go.
Back to the air following that pick six. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Intended target, Dante Thornton Jr. And it's going to be second down.
It's now second down.
Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play. Jarred loose, incomplete.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Blue striker.
Here he goes, third and long. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. Fourth down coming up.
You know, Kate, the game they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this.
Ready, ready. Hut, hut.
They're going for this. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. And the Broncos are going to have it after his second interception of the season. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Knicks with it on first. That one one falls incomplete. Couldn't make the connection deep downfield.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of it. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Second down, give to Harvey. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on a big play down to the 19. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 19.
In the red zone on first. Cut near the goal line. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Broncos 18.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Try something else from the 27 this time. Second and 10.
Down. Set.
Working now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
To the air now on first and 10. Dumped off to his running back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Sticking to the air here. And for one of the few times this game, Brock, the target his way does not connect. It's incomplete. And they've got to figure things out on third down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
White. Let's go. Red. Yellow. Ready?
Shotgun now on third down. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Broncos get it back after making their third first-half interception. Well, that should pretty much shut down throwing his way anymore, Brock. This guy has ended each of their last 2 drives by himself with an interception.
And that's kind of the price you pay when you're playing phenomenal ball as a defender. I can remember Aaron Rodgers, primetime game, said, I'm not even throwing once, and didn't attack Richard Sherman one time that game.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Short pass brought in. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
Guys, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Shotgun snap to Nix. He's got it over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. New set of downs from the 37. Play action with Nix. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Savon Rebel with the pick. There he goes on the right side. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
Ready?
He keeps it himself. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Raiders put up even more points in a win. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did. And I would have loved to see those eyes in trouble. Right? You play creepy sneaking. Look at those guys in the middle, the big guys in particular. Many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go. And that group certainly was.
Return coming from the 6. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. This is caught inside the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that gives them 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run here. It's Harvey. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Good call, good call. He has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. It's only 1 yard on the run, partner, and that's going to leave him with a tough 4th and goal. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos making the scoreboard look a touch better. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Keeping it on the ground. And he's in for 2, so don't write him off just yet. I know the chances are slim, but still a small one in this 2-possession game. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick.
The onside kick.
Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10.
Trouble, 38. Here we go. 10.
Setting up to throw. They just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Let's go now. Field, black, blue, 32. Ready?
They'll air it out on third. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And this kick gets past the 20. It's going to reach the 18-yard line before it's touchdown.
Their own 18-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. Give up the middle to Harvey. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Rod lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes second and 11. Now Nix. And they'll set up the screen here. It's Harvey. They do have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it. The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Desperation time here on fourth. Oh no, they get him yet again. Savon Rebel with the pick. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his fourth interception of our season.
Okay, that's just one of those situations. It is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win, and you feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, yeah, interceptions follow.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. This plays the design run. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7 Brock to begin this drive.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Got it.
Nice run last play. Sets up second and 2.
Panther 6.
Here's a design run. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. About set. This is 3rd and 5.
Set, punt. Ready?
This time he's looking to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball. Okay, hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Following the sack needs some positive yards here in his second down and 18.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Buys time, rolling right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this is a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested captures, and he couldn't.
Third and long for him here. It's complete. This is Bowers. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders have likely locked up the win right there. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, more than likely for more games to come.
Broncos 26.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. And they pick him up again! We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. We'll take over deep in enemy territory. He's out inside the 30 on the INT. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
They're going to pass it here. Taking a deep shot here. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
He's going to try another deep one here. And the defender comes away with it. And the Broncos get it as he makes his 3rd interception of this game.
We're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Nix from the gun. Trying to push deep downfield. And he swats that deep shot away, but he better not celebrate just yet. Looks like his contact drew a flag. They may still get this yardage. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Complete out to the right side. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Nix leading the Broncos to the line for this two-point try.
The Broncos will
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's in. The two-point try cuts this lead to 16. That makes this a two-score game.
You know, we tend to say this all the time, and I'll say it yet again, Kate. Big targets in the red zone are an enormous advantage. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, it went right to him for the conversion.
And the Raiders able to cover up the onside try. That seals up this game. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and then finish it in the fourth.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have two available for them as we approach the end of this game. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
19 tight. Ready? Trap 50, trap 50.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Escapes the pocket. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Ready?
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Come on. 60 Maverick, 18 Cardinal.
To the air on 3rd and long. He beams one deep right side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Las Vegas sends out the punt team.
4th down.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion.
Captain.
On 1st down, it's Nix. Has it downfield working the left. And he has it right near midfield here, so about a yard short. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Nix now on 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ready? Hey, Sean, let's go!
Nix again on 2nd and 10. Throwing for the back of the end zone. And he makes the catch, but he will not get the feet down. Oh, that could have been a highlight reel touchdown. Instead, just an incompletion. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking to throw it. On the move, headed right. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Porter. And the Raiders make one of their best